was one of the places where my political journey began. Now, it didn't start there. I started in 1988 as a student campaign manager for a member of the Utah legislature. His name was Frank Pronte. He won 2 elections, and my husband and I were the campaign managers on both of those races. And that's where it started for me as a very young, newly married person. And then it happened again over the years, and then I came back to Utah and I began working on Congressman Matheson's campaign in 2002, and then in 2004 I became involved in county party politics, and then I came to Washington County and announced that I was running for the Utah State Senate, and I had the support of so many of you good people, and I just have to take 2 seconds to get the little emotion out and thank you so much for what you did to me, because that launched me into the next parts of my life where I've been able to work in the legislature doing communications for the House Democrats, and then following that I'm now serving and working for the minority whip in the Utah Senate, Senator Karen Morgan. I'm going to tell you this little secret about Karen Morgan. She'd die if she knew I was saying this, so don't tell her, Senator. You know, everyone says, oh, Karen Morgan, she's a very conservative Democrat, and you know, she's a very conservative woman, and she is. She's a Utah Democrat through and through. But the other thing you don't know about Karen Morgan, and I hope Senator Romero will vouch for me, Senator Morgan is a political maverick disguised as an LDS primary president. The woman is amazing. She can get it done. This year, I worked with her as her chief of staff, and let me tell you, we were able to get the education budget for the state of Utah for the first time in what? How many years? Years. We funded growth for incoming student populations. That was under her direction and her leadership. And so I have to, you know, being a part of these experiences, I have to thank my friends in Washington County for helping me be on this path. Now, on Friday night, let me back up. For the past 8 weeks or so, I've got a lot of these very liberal girlfriends in Salt Lake City, and we get together and we laugh and we talk about changing the world. And for weeks they've said, Emily, you got to run for something. You got to run for a party office. And so late Friday night, they ambushed me. And they said, you need to run for vice chair. You need to do it. We need to have you in running for vice chair. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's sign me up. 3 days later, another person entered the fray. Now, I decided to run for vice chair because I love Utah. I am a Democrat through and through, and I love this state. And what I want to do is I want to bring more people to the Democratic Party, because you know what? Our progressive values is where Utah is. It's not the other way around. We're not Tea Party people. Utah is a progressive, loving community, and I wanted to show more people and bring more people to the party and the organization that I love and adore. So I was gung-ho and I was ready to do it, and then someone better than me came along. And so I'm going to announce tonight that although I wanted to run for party chair because I want to make a difference, I am going to step down from running for party chair, and I'm going to ask you to join me for party vice chair. Let me get the right title, party vice chair. I'm going to ask you to join me in supporting Jim Judd for the vice chair of the Utah Democratic Party. I plan to get and throw my support behind him 9,000%, and I hope that you will do that also. I'm not finished yet. I am in Utah. I am here. I am going to make things happen in this state. I will continue working in the legislature. I will continue working in the counties and with the people that I love. And I hope that you will join me. And I just like Jim Judd to please stand up. Your next vice chair of the Utah Democratic Party. He's a dear friend. He's a dear friend to labor. He's a dear friend to the legislature, and I think that in supporting him, you will find great things happening in Utah. Thank you so much. And again, thank you, Washington County, for being with me all this time, and let's keep going. So I am not running for vice chair. Sarah wanted me to make sure I made that very clear. I'm throwing my support behind Jim Judd. Thank you.